650 supercharged horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 2.95 seconds. This is a 2015 Z06 Corvette. We're in Nevada, literally on the edge of Death Valley, and we're here to answer a question. That question is, what do you do about the fact that there's no more ZR1? For the C7 generation, there's only going to be the Z06, as far as we know. It's going to be asked to play the roles of both the supercar and the track car. We're here to try it in both environments, on the track and on the street, to see what we think about it and find out whether it's a successor to both cars of the 6th generation. So the Z06 is being asked to do a lot of the same things that the ZR1 used to do. And because of that reason, they've added a lot of content to the car. They've added things like a convertible version, they've added an automatic transmission. In a lot of ways, they've softened and up-optioned the car. My preconceptions coming into this were that this car was going to be significantly different on the road than the Z51 I had driven previously. Now that car also had the magnetic ride suspension, but it didn't have the giant steamroller tires that this car has. Actually, this is not too bad. And of course, a lot of that has to do with the fact that the magnetic ride control is pretty much magic when it comes to taking the bumps and undulations out of the road. But it's still nice to know that there can be a car that has this level of performance, I mean 1.2 Gs of cornering ability, that's going to be something that you can live with on long road trips.
One of the things we learned during the C6 life cycle with the Z06 and the ZR1, we got a lot of customer feedback saying they really wanted the best of everything. They wanted open air options, they wanted a convertible, they also wanted the option of an automatic transmission. There was no automatic transmission in the world that we could plug into those cars and stand up to those engines. So for the first time we have manual, the 7-speed manual, and an 8-speed automatic transmission in our supercar. In many ways, the 8-speed actually surpasses the 7-speed in terms of performance. 0 to 60, under 3 seconds, 2.95 seconds, and on many tracks, it's the quicker of the two. Our Z06 has evolved and matured into what it is now, so a very different kind of mission. Yes, it's enormously fast on the track, enormously capable, but it's also a good daily driver. It's very comfortable on long road trips. It's what we on Corvette try to do with a lot of our models, have enormous bandwidth with what you can do with a car, and so it'll make a lot of different customers happy.
The aerodynamics are just absolutely incredible. You can really feel the downforce, especially when you get up to speed. It's really confidence-inspiring. It'd be hard to know you're driving a 650 horsepower car. It's just an absolute joy to drive. The automatic transmission is just, it's remarkable, really. It never searches for gear. It always seems to know the perfect gear to be in for each corner. You know, if I was going to purchase a Z06 now, especially with the Z07 package, being that it is built to be on the racetrack, I definitely would go with the automatic. It's definitely faster. The carbon ceramic brakes are pretty remarkable. The zero fade, just you can always count on them. Just an amazing vehicle.
I really am impressed with these cars. I think that they've really filled both the niche of the old Z06 and the ZR1. What's your experience been so far with these cars?
On the track, they definitely are top-notch. Amazing how stiff they are. You don't feel any chassis twists or anything like that. With that active suspension, it's, you know, a comfortable car. You could drive from your home to the track, do a track day, drive it back.
And I think there's still going to be room above this for a supercar model. You know, there's been some discussion about maybe a mid-engine C7. I don't necessarily see that happening with this chassis, but I think that there is still room above this in the product line if they wanted to really shoot for the moon. But for right now, this is just the ultimate Chevy.
I would agree.